Hey, welcome to another Wellness Walk with Mel. I'm excited to have you here today. I almost forgot to bring you. We went walking this morning. My mom and Lou and I went walking this morning and I forgot to do this. So this might take a little bit of practice for me to get used to this. But anyway, I want to talk to you today about a different form of wellness. Not really a different form, but I think it's not always what people think about when they think about wellness, is how to be content with whatever you have, even bad hair. even content with bad hair. But how do we be content with whatever we have? That doesn't mean that we're going to have no goals or no dreams. But you know what I found? The biggest way to be content is to practice gratitude. Yep, gratitude. Being grateful for the things that you have. Being grateful for every moment that we're given. You know, and I just had my mom up here, and I love having my mom here. You know, I'm so grateful. We were just talking, reminiscing about, you know, times in my childhood when I was maybe not so respectful, maybe not so grateful, right? But I'm so grateful, even for those moments when I was maybe like a little spoiled brat. I'm grateful for those moments because it's taught me how to be so grateful right now. Like, I'm grateful that I have these moments with my mom, right? We don't know. None of us are guaranteed how much time we have. And so I'm just really grateful that I get these times and that I appreciate these times. The other thing that is, I could go on and on about gratitude. You know, I got to tell you a quick story about gratitude. When my daughter was, I forget what grade she was in, but she had, it was called a 100-day party. And they had to bring in 100, something that they could count to 100, right? And so I was like, what are we going to do? And I'm always wanting to do things a little bit different, right? I don't want to be like everybody else. I'm like, hey, guys, I said to my 3 kids, I said, hey, guys, let's do a gratitude list of 100 things that we're grateful for. So the kids and I sat down and we rattled off 100 things we're grateful for in a very short amount of time. Like, this was I think this might have been before she went to school in the morning, before she got on the bus. It's like, what are we grateful for? And it was everything. It was grateful for our food, our clothing, our home, our families, our friends, like everything. I don't remember what's on. I wish I would have kept that list. I sent that list in with her teacher. But you know what? We all have so many things to be grateful for, right? Like, we all have so many things that we can be grateful for. You know, grateful for time, grateful for sunshine, grateful for freedom, because you know what? We're feeling like our freedoms are not maybe as, we should be appreciating them more because we have less of them, right? Less freedoms right now. But gratitude can make a bad situation better. Gratitude can make us be open to learning a lesson. Gratitude can inspire us to do better. Gratitude can motivate us to get going. Gratitude, there's so much I could talk about gratitude. You know what I do? I had this gratitude journal for a while. It was a 5-year journal. You know, one of those little tiny journals, and it's got like 5 sets of lines each page. And so for 5 years, I wrote in that. I wonder what I did with that little journal. 5 years, I wrote in that journal every single day what I was grateful for. And it was amazing because when I would go back, okay, so now all of a sudden you get to a habit, you're having a bad day, something bad happened, you're feeling terrible, right? And I would go back into that gratitude journal and I would just read over things. And I'd think, oh my goodness, that makes me feel so much better, right? Gratitude is a mood lifter. It's a conversation starter. It's a form of encouragement for somebody else. And so I would highly, highly recommend, even if you feel like there's nothing in your life to be grateful for, and believe me, some days we think, you know what, life sucks. Because let's be honest, some days it does suck, right? But, we can always find something to be grateful for, regardless of what's going on in our life, regardless of the circumstance. Do you believe that? Do you believe that you can always find something to be grateful for, even in a really bad situation? I hope so. And if you don't at this point, I hope this video inspires you to want to practice gratitude. Go get a little, whatever, some paper, a notepad, whatever kind of journal, whatever kind of thing you have, and start to write down the things that you're grateful for. Just make a commitment to find 3 things that you're grateful for every day. Okay? That could be anything. That can be your home, that can be your hair, that can be your dog, that can be your whatever, your spouse, your kids, your like whatever. Or that can just simply be, today I get to breathe. Today I get to take another breath. That can simply be, you know what? I'm so grateful for my friends. I'm so grateful for my family. I'm so grateful for moments of happiness. I'm grateful for trials because those trials make me grow, right? I gotta tell you a story about that. I'll do that in a minute. I gotta tell you a couple stories, but about gratitude because it's so awesome. So that would be my challenge for you, okay? Can you do that with me? Just go get a little journal or a piece of paper or write it on your wall. I don't care where you write it. Just write it down because there's something about writing things down. When we, oh my hair. I'm grateful for cameras and crazy hair, you see? What was I going to say? Oh yeah, there's something about writing it down, that something happens in our brain when we write down our goals, when we write down our problems, when we write down whatever. And when we write down the things that we're grateful for, when we write those down, something happens in our brain. It's like it clicks in, or it gets more solidified, or I think there's some scientific or highly educational way to describe that, but I'm not either one of those things. And so I'm just going to say that it does something. It clicks in your brain. It makes it stick in your brain. So write down what you're grateful for. And commit to doing this for 10 days. Can you? Come on, it's not hard. This is easy stuff. Even if you've never practiced gratitude before, find something to be grateful for. Okay? And I want you to find 3 different things every day for at least 10 days. And at the end of those 10 days, I would like you to continue. But if you really, whatever, at least do it for 10 days. I promise you, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel so much different. Hey, look I'm walking backwards on my wellness walk because it's windy over there and it's not going to do so good on my video. So I'm going to walk backwards. I'm going to start over. No, I'm not. But okay, quick story. This is so cool. Yesterday, talking about being grateful in challenges. Yesterday, a dear friend of mine, I call her. I said, hey, how's it going? She said, I said, uh-oh, what does that mean? She said, well, I have a flat tire. I said, oh no, you have a flat tire. And I'm on the highway and she has her little grandson with her. I said, oh, bummer. And she's nowhere near me, like I can't get to her. Not that I know how to change a tire anyway, but I would have went just because, right? But she's too far away from me. Anyway, so I said, okay. I said, I'm going to start praying. I'll be praying for you guys. You guys go take care of your stuff. So I get a call back from her. I don't know how many minutes later, not many minutes later. And she says, okay, we're on the road. And I said, yes, praise God. I said, praise God. And she says to her little grandson, she said, we got to call Mel back because she said, I am sure that she prayed for someone to show up here really quick and fix this tire. And so she called me back and she said they're on the road. I said, yes, praise God. I said, I prayed for that. I prayed that someone was just going to show up and you guys could get back on the road right away. And so that little story, so this little boy, he saw and he says, wow, Grandma, that's so cool, right? Like, that's so cool. And where was I going with that? Oh, gratitude, right? So in amongst the trial of the flat tire, we all got blessed by the experience of being, we get to be grateful for that experience now because we got to see the hand of God working yet again. I mean, all the time. We get to see him working all the time. But do you know what I mean? When we look for gratitude, when we try and find those things that make our heart sing, it just changes things. It just changes the way that a circumstance shows up. Not shows up. Changes the way that we react to a circumstance. So that's all I got for you today. I got some other cool stories, but I'll save them for another day. Have a fantastic day. Get out and get a walk. This is the whole point. You're supposed to be walking with me. So jump up, get in your running shoes, get out the door, and watch this video as you go for a walk, okay? All right, it's 10 minutes. See, it was a 10-minute walk. So that's it. All right, guys, take care. God bless, and I'll talk to you again soon.